Everybody, it's Zach again at newtutorial.com, coming in, making a video tonight because I had a great experience I want to share with you. I had a friend of mine named Derek who I kind of reconnected with over the last few months. He had been researching silver, and I guess he said he found one of my videos by mistake where I was talking about silver, and we shared this interest in that silver. There's some silver right there. Woohoo! Okay, so he was sharing this interest, and he saw one of my videos on silver, and lo and behold, he saw some of my other videos as well, which was really cool because I got to talk with him today after our flight, and he gets it, folks. He totally gets it, so that's awesome. Hallelujah. Anyway, he wanted to know, he saw my videos with me standing in the river recently. If you've seen some of my videos recently that I've done, you know that I believe that this country is coming under judgment. You know that I believe that we are in some serious economic times coming up in the very near future. I'm talking like weeks from now. It could be tomorrow, I don't know, but it's going to be soon. And we're going through a severe drought in this country, and I believe that drought started about the time of 4th of July, July 4th, beginning of July, and has been going ever since. I think that it's part of our judgment. This country has gone so far away from God's righteous Torah, His law. We have no idea what is right and wrong anymore. It's amazing the things that are happening in this country, and I think this drought is because of that. Is a result of some of that lawlessness. We're finally starting to be punished for the things that we have done as a country, as a nation. We're not going to escape that judgment because we have no idea what wickedness is anymore. And so you saw me in those videos. I was standing in the middle of the Merrimack River, which is a major tributary to the Mississippi River that runs through the center of our country. It's a major trading route. And my friend of mine saw that video, and he said, listen, my friend Derek, he says, listen, we can go up in my plane sometime, and I'll show you how it looks like from the air. And I'm like, that's a great idea. Let's go do that. I want to go check this out from the air and see what it really looks like. So here's what it looks like. Here's what we got, and we'll go from there and show you this video. Here's me. We'll just go through the video, and I couldn't record while I'm in the plane because the engine was so loud. But what I'll do is I'm doing a voiceover with the video that I recorded on there, and just some clips that we took today up in the air, and then I'll end the video at the airfield. But I had a great time today. Derek totally gets it. We had a little bit of a talk afterwards, and just awesome stuff. Awesome stuff all around. Had a great time today. And Derek, again, if you're watching, I appreciate you taking me up there. That was awesome. So, all right, guys, that's it. Let's watch the rest of this video, and we'll end it up at the airfield. Thanks. Yeah, we're doing some pre-flight stuff here. Just kind of chatting back and forth. Where I guess he's talking to the tower or whoever there. And there I am. Okay, so we're just kind of chatting. The engine's not very loud right now, and so I'm trying to figure out where we're gonna go and what we're gonna see. And so the engine's gonna get loud here in a second. Anyway, so this was just a pretty amazing flight we took. Just kind of getting up close and personal and seeing the water levels. I don't know what I'm doing there. And I really wish I could have maybe voiced something when the engine's running at full throttle and you're really going at top speed or whatever it is. I guess 150 miles an hour. It's kind of hard to talk over that unless I was swallowing the mic, and even then I don't know if it would have been heard. So we'll just do it this way instead. But there you go. There's the first look at the water. And if you notice right there, all the disturbance in the water, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there was a lot of disturbance in the water, and it's not smoothed over. It's because it's very, very low right there. It's very, very low, and so there's not a lot of barge traffic on there. I think, in fact, I think the one you do see in the picture there is kind of held up. You'll see a lot of barges later that are stacked up closer to the bridge that we're going to go by. But there's a lot of disturbance in that water because the water is in fact so low. Here you go. You can kind of see definitely all of that is supposed to be underwater. Those sandbars are not normally there. That is all it's supposed to be underwater. And it is just, the river is just so low. I just could not believe, the sights you see, and you can tell really how low it is, because you're never going to be able to see this from the ground. You're never going to get this perspective. And so just really, really interesting. And just looking at those sandbars, and they look kind of small from the air, but he's kind of flying low so that we can see him and just kind of get the perspective of what it is that we're dealing with on just a national scale. This drought has really affected the country, and not just us only here in the Midwest, but this drought is not only affecting us, but affecting the entire country, because normally, here you go, here's some more, here's some dead crops. We were flying over some of these fields, kind of low. We're going to get real low here in a second, but it was just really low. Just we could get a really good view, really dead fields here. It was amazing, the fields and how dead they were. And some of these, you can see they're irrigated. So some are dead, some are green. So why is that? Well, some of these farmers are choosing to irrigate some of their crops, and a lot of the farmers are not. You can't irrigate everything. I guess it costs time and money and equipment to irrigate. And so now we're getting really low. We're going to do a drive-by, a real low flyby on some of these. You'll see it in just a second. See how dead that guy back there was harvesting his. So right there, I mean, you're just looking at these dead crops. We're doing a real low. It's kind of blurry, I guess. Just a real low flyby. All of those dead crops right there. Just tons and tons of grain that's just going to go to waste. Because if it's harvested, it can't be used too much, especially not food production. So there's a guy who's irrigating. See at the top of the screen, there's a guy who's irrigating one of his fields right there. So that's the field he's irrigating. You can't irrigate them all, but he's irrigating that one. You can see it right there, the water coming down on it. And here is dead soybean fields. This is a dead soybean field there. There was a lot of dead soybean fields that they just decided not to water at all, and they were just dying. It seemed like the soybeans they were trying to save. They were irrigating most of those, and the corn they weren't. A lot of the corn fields they were just letting die, and the soybean fields were letting them go. Now, if someone who's a farmer who knows a little more about that could weigh in, that'd be great. But look at these sandbars, totally dried out. These sandbars are so dry, so low. Look how low that river is. I mean, a third of the river is gone, basically. A third of the river is gone. That's just amazing. Amazing how low this river is. And if you look upstream at the top of the screen there, see all those barges up there? They're just sitting there. They can't go anywhere. They're basically in standstill. They're being held up because further downstream there is nowhere to go. It's the river levels are too low. Look up at the top of the screen under the wing right there. You can see all those barges. We'll maybe get a closer look here in a minute. I think he's going to try to swing in. We're going over Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery right now. But you can see over under the tip of that wing, there's Jefferson Barracks right there. You can't make out the graves that are there, but that's bigger than Arlington National Cemetery. But look at that. I mean, if you can just barely make out all of those boats right there. Just tons of boats. We couldn't get too close to them because we're going to start getting in the airspace of Lambert International Airport, and he didn't want to have to deal with them on the radio. So look at that. Look at all those boats. That's just crazy. That's insane. More sandbars. More. It's basically a third of the river that is gone. Just a third of the river. There you go. There's a good look at the barges. So there's all the barges just parked, just waiting. I mean, nothing you can do. You can't go downstream. The stream's too low. And even further down in Mississippi, the barges down there are held up again. I heard there's over 100 boats or whatever it is down in Mississippi that are just sitting. I mean, it's like a traffic jam. But really interesting. Now here's a coal plant. Now look at this real quick. You can see the train surrounding the coal plant and the coal in the middle, the big pile of coal in the middle. And so this is where a lot of that coal comes downstream and lands here. Now it comes in by train, it comes in by boat, because this is a huge center for burning coal and producing electricity right there. And so without that coal coming in through the river, it's still coming in through the trains, but without that coal coming into the river, you're missing a lot of coal that needed coal for the country. A lot of the coal in this country gets transported by the rivers, especially the Mississippi. Now here's the Merrimack River. This used to be a major tributary, or up until this drought, and so about a third of this river has been dried up. Definitely a third of the river. I mean, I can't see it any other way. I mean, there's parts of this we flew over I could definitely walk across. And you saw me in my videos about a week or so ago where I was almost walking across the river. I was standing in the middle of it. Now here we're landing. He's kind of joking with me. He tells me it's going to be scary and bumpy. Let's see if we can listen.
That wasn't bumpy. That wasn't. Oh man, I'm okay. I can get scary if you want me to. No, that's all right.
I didn't think it was that scary, yeah, I've had worse landings in the military. Anyway, or even in commercial airliners.
Hey everybody, it's Zach again, newtutoro.com. Just took our flight, just got done taking our flight over the Mississippi River and some of the cornfields that are in the surrounding area. I got to look at the Merrimack River, which is a tributary of the Mississippi. And so I got my friend Derek took me around, and he's there filling up his plane after the flight, and so just wanted to just kind of, I guess, look again and give it a bird's eye view of what we're looking at here in the Mississippi River, with as low as it is, and experiencing the drought as we are. There's a lot of dead cornfields out there, a lot of dead soybean fields out there, and I think what I believe, and that is this is a result of judgment that we're experiencing here in these times, and it's only going to get worse. I don't think that we as this country can be deserving of His good graces anymore, just because of the lawlessness that we see on a daily basis throughout this nation. So anyway, it was just interesting that Derek would volunteer to do this and take us up and give us a bird's eye view of what's going on. We saw a lot of barges that are stuck on the river, and just a lot of low water levels, and it's very serious. If you haven't taken the time now to prepare your family for what's coming, to save up some food, get a water filter, get out of everything paper, any investments you're in, stuff like that. Get out, put some money into some real tangible assets like silver. Now's the time to do it. So I don't think we're going to see any relief here anytime soon. So that's it. You know the rules. Go home, read your Bible. Talk to you later. Bye.